20 7 bases of the mind. Today we shall learn how to bring the mind from the very outside, step by step, to the very inside the body center. We have 7 steps to take, or we call these steps the 7 bases of the mind. Now we sit upright as usual, very straight in the back, 90 degrees. We close our eyes naturally. We don't squeeze the eyelids tight. We just allow them almost touching one another softly. With the back vertical, we can breathe more deeply than before, so the body can relax a bit better than before. Whether on the floor or on the chair, we keep the back straight. We keep our head high in the same vertical line. And the 7 bases we will learn to bring the awareness of the mind through the body parts from outside in. This is the original teaching of the great master, the Buddhist monk. His name is Master Sot Chanthasaro, who in his meditation found or rediscovered this conventional path, the 7 steps to bring the awareness of the mind into the middle path, the middle way, the middle path, the original teaching of the Buddha. Now we make sure each body part is getting more relaxed. From the head down to the heels. It is like we are under the stream of relaxation that is pouring down upon our entire body. So we feel like dipping into the well of relaxation, and the entire body is getting soft, getting gently relaxed. Let this process slowly continue in our physical bodies. But to relax doesn't mean we bend the back or the neck. Both are kept in vertical straight line. We can still relax in this smart way. Each deep breath means a little more relaxation. According to the simple steps taught by the great master, we begin with the first step. These bases are not functioning like the chakras. The 7 bases we are practicing now is like stepping stones if we want to climb up the top of the hill. They are like stations, and the awareness of the mind will step into each very slowly and consciously. The first step is our nostrils, the tip of the nose. For female, for woman, it is on the left. For men, on the right. Only to the first two, men and women use different sides. But from the third onwards, we join the same journey. And we have no need to understand why. It is just the practice. Now for women, the awareness of the mind is resting at the nostril on the left and the right for men. This technique applies to things. One is the awareness of the mind Another one is the mantra. But first, make sure the awareness of the mind is at the nostril. Still at the nostril, left or right. The mantra by the great master is Samma Arahang. The purpose of the mantra is to keep the smooth relaxation of the mind. It will allow the mind to soothe itself comfortably. There is no need for the deep meaning of the mantra. So we bypass the cognition, the language, the meaning of this. Just be familiar with the mantra. When we murmur this in the mind, Samma Arahang. Again, Samma Arahang. Another time, Samma Arahang. Now this time, we join the awareness of the mind and the mantra at one place. Let's say at the nostril, left or right. Now the awareness of the mind and the echo of the mantra share the same spot at the nostril 3 times. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. We observe the stillness of the awareness and the soothing sound that vibrates at the nostril. These 2 things will step inwards together slowly. But before we move on, let's make sure the awareness is right at the nostril, comfortably and motionlessly for a little while. Please do not rush. If we rush, we cannot enjoy each breath. It is like running in a hurry. If we hurry that much, we can't stop still at each breath because the mind doesn't want to. Before we move on now, please get familiar with the mantra again. The mantra and the awareness always share the same spot of position. Now we are at the nostril. Samma Arahang in your mind. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. The next stepping stone is base 2 at the corner of the eye. Left for women, right for men. The corner of the eye is simply the spot when we cry. We have tears. The first drop of tear is starting from the corner of the eye. Now the awareness moves to stay still at the corner of the eye, left or right. Stay still at this second base. Now we add a mantra to make this stillness even firmer at the spot. Now in our mind, the uttering sound Samma Arahang, echoing from the corner of the eye. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. We feel firm as the awareness and the mantra really blend very well upon the second step here. stay a little more while without the temptation to be in a hurry. Stay upon the second spot. We shall be slow. I won't go ahead of you. All of us move along inwards, all together. The third base is in the middle of the skull. Now the awareness move into the skull through the nose. Feel the awareness inside in the middle of the skull in order to stay. It doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be 100% middle. Somewhere we feel the awareness of the mind floating inside the skull. It is good enough. Stay still in there. Feel the motionlessness of the awareness. Now let the mantra echo in our room, empty room of the skull. The vibration point is on the third base. Samma Arahang. The soft sound echoes from the center of the skull. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Be soft in the sound, in the tone. We feel very firm, very still on the third base. Let's stay a while without any urge to rush. Some of us may murmur Samma Arahang on our own. Please don't hesitate to do so. We are still on the third together. Please stay calm on each. The fourth stepping stone is at the roof of the mouth. Above the Adam's apple. Now the awareness of the mind is moving downward from the skull in order to stop, to park for a while at the roof of the mouth. We shall stay here. We park the awareness of the mind here at the roof of the mouth for a short while. Then the mantra will come to join the awareness on this fourth base. Let the sound in the mind echo from this roof of the mouth. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. สัมมาอะระหัง Feel this soft, soothing sound where the awareness is on the fourth, on the roof of the mouth. If we wish to say more of the mantra in the mind, we shall continue. To do so. Before we move on, we should make sure the awareness is firmly still on the fourth. Base number 5 is at the Adam's apple, the middle of the throat, just a little bit down from the roof of the mouth. Now the awareness lowers down a little bit to be stationing now at the fifth. Let the soft sound of Samma Arahang to echo from the middle of the throat here. Let it vibrate from here. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. We may carry on the mantra naturally, echoing from the throat. We shall not tempt ourselves to be fast before going to the next step. The awareness should be really firm on the current one. Now we chant the mantra 3 more times before we move on at the throat. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Stepping stone number 6 is way down to the middle of the body at the level of the navel. Now the awareness is coming down from the throat, slowly down in order to land upon the middle of the body. The same level of the navel. Let the awareness of the mind float still here. This is base number 6, the level of the navel. And as usual, the mantra will come to join the awareness of the mind. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. Feel the vibration of the mantra. It is active. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. Softly, lively, and soothingly. The sound and the awareness have become one at the 6th สัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหัง It is really peaceful. The soft sound is beautiful. And the stillness is in full. Let's stay on the sixth for a little while before we move on to the final base of the mind. If any of us enjoy the mantra, please continue to do so. Otherwise, be calm, quiet, and still on the sixth. Now, this is going to be the final motion. To come to the seventh, the motion would come to a standstill, and we would not move any further. It is the final move, final motion. Now the awareness from the sixth will lift vertically up 4 2-finger widths above the sixth. 4 2-finger widths. Lift it up just a little bit. 4 2-finger widths in order to arrive at the last, the seventh. Let's stay really more still. Here it comes, the soft sweet mantra. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. Let the sound vibrate from the center of the body at the seventh. Again, together in deep peace. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. We may feel the vibration of peace energy echoing together with the mantra. This is the innermost of our physical body, and for the mind to start the journey in the middle way. The middle path starts from the seventh base. We shall stay here in longer silence. If we prefer to continue the mantra because the vibration is really strong and positive, we shall do so. But if at any point of time the mantra just disappears, we don't have to bring it back. Whatever it is happening, stay with that real feeling. Samma Arahang. From the core body center. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Until such time we prefer to be still without the mantra and continue deep peace in deep silence. we feel strong peace energy in the body center on the seventh. This is really the peace station, the real powerhouse, energy powerhouse. And if the impact of the vibration of energy comes in any form, it can be a dot of a bright light in the body center. Allow the mind, the awareness of the mind, to stay with it. Whatever energy form that evolves in the body center, stay calm, stay with it. If it expands, feel it. If it explodes, feel the explosion. If it brightens, feel the beautiful brightness, provided the awareness is always permanently still at the center. Enjoy any form of energy, vibration. Stay in deep brightness in the center, and if even we have opened our eyes to see the physical world outside, even the five senses open up to the outside physical world, we don't lose the mind contact. On the seventh, stay centered and begin to feel the outside five senses gradually. We breathe in to bridge the inner and the outer worlds. When we breathe out, we share inner peace to all the fellow human beings and the other livings.